Hello everyone. Today we will study about very important concept that is gravitational potential energy. And this concept will be useful in your 12th standard also, so be alert while watching this. So let's start with the known concept. You know that when we lift any stone against the gravity, what do? We do some work against that gravitational force, and that work in lifting it against the gravity is stored as potential energy. And this formula, basic formula, you have studied in 9th standard. So let's understand by recalling the case. See, if we are lifting a stone of 1 kg to height h, 1 sub h, and take another stone, we are lifting it to the same height. Take another stone of 3 kg, we are lifting it to the same height. In which case the potential energy is more? You know, obviously 3 kg mass has more potential energy, right? So that means energy is directly proportional to mass here if all are taken to the same height. So first thing which is very important is that energy is related to mass. Second thing, that how is we are getting this potential energy at this height? We are getting this potential energy at this height by doing work against this gravitational force. So we are doing work. So that means this work is done by our applied force against gravity if we are on earth, against gravity. So this work is stored as potential energy. So this is stored as potential energy. So this concept you have to keep in your mind, that whenever any force is acting in opposite direction and we are doing any work against that opposing force, then whatever work we are doing is stored as potential energy. So very important, just writing over here in short. So whenever work is done by an applied force against any opposing force, right, it is stored as potential energy. Just keep it in your mind. You will use this in magnetism, electricity, in both the cases in 12th standard also. So now we can define this gravitational potential energy if we keep these two concepts in our mind. So let me rub this first. To define these, we have to keep 2 points in our mind. First thing, mass m is involved. Second thing, it is brought from infinity to a point in gravitational field, right? So how do we define it technically? Later some more things will be clear as we'll proceed in the video. So gravitational potential energy is the work done in bringing a mass m from infinity to a point in gravitational field, right? So this is the definition. Now we need to understand how to derive it. So let's take our, we'll draw a diagram on right side. I need more space. So this is our Earth, right? Earth is having a radius of r. We are bringing this mass from infinity, right? So we are bringing it here in the gravitational field of the Earth, and we are bringing it to point C, suppose, right? And during its journey, we are considering any 2 points A and B. The separation between these 2 points is taken dx. The separation between point A and the center is taken as small x, right? So if we use our concepts, we know that if we have to move a body from any place, suppose this is the total distance to be moved. So in order to find work for x displacement, we can divide this journey into small parts of dx, and then we can find work for every small journey, and then we can integrate these small works to get the total work. So this is the concept. Here also we know that we are bringing it from infinity to a point C in the gravitational field, which is at a distance small r, right? So from where to where we are bringing it? We are bringing it to infinity to C. So that means infinity to r distance we are bringing it. This is the journey, right? So this concept we will use here to calculate that work, and that work will be stored as potential energy. So this is your potential energy, which is denoted by U. And U, how can you calculate? We will calculate this U by integrating small dw works, and by small dw works means how to calculate this work? By putting the value of small dw as f dx. We know that since work is equal to force into displacement, so this can be written as f dx, right? What will be the limits for the distance? We have brought it from infinity to a point C, which is at distance r. Now what will be the force? So we are considering, for this small work, we are considering the journey between A and B. So force at A will be calculated. This will be G. M, capital, is the mass of the earth. Small m is the mass of that body. And what is the distance? Distance is h square. Let me mark the masses over here. This is capital M. This is small m, is equal to mass of body, right? So I hope the diagram is clear. Now here we are putting it. So this W, this will be written equal to the potential energy. So this potential energy, which is denoted by U, is equal to W is equal to, I am putting the value G M upon x square, and this is dx, and limits I am putting, this is infinity to r. So what will be the potential energy? I can take this G M outside, this will be G M outside the integral sign, this will be infinity to small r. So 1 by x square dx. The integration of, I am writing the formula over here. So formula is x to the power n dx. Integration is x to the power n plus 1 upon n plus 1. So I have to integrate plus 1 by x square. This can be written as x to the power minus 2 dx integration. So this can be written as x to the power minus 2 plus 1 upon minus 2 plus 1. And this is x to the power minus 1 into minus. So this is minus 1 upon x. Right? So from here, this u comes out to be gm minus 1 upon x, and here the limits infinity to r. So the formula becomes, I will take this minus common. So and then I have to put upper limit minus lower limit. Upper limit for x I am writing r, minus lower limit is 1 upon infinity. For x I am putting infinity. This is upper limit. So for x I am putting r. So the formula comes out to be minus g m upon r. So this is the formula for the gravitational potential energy. I hope you understood it. Let's proceed to the next step. So let's rewrite the formula. U is minus g m upon r. So for any two masses, for general case, what can be the formula? U is equal to g m1 m2 upon separation between the two masses. Now let's talk about gravitational potential, very important concept. So for that I will rub this part again. No need to rub this. So gravitational potential, now the similar definition. This is just like rate. Whatever was the difference between force and intensity of gravitational field, the same is the difference between gravitational potential energy and gravitational potential. This is denoted by V, and here the mass is unit mass, right? And the body is brought from infinity to a point, right? So what should we do technically? We know that work done in bringing a mass m from infinity to a point in gravitational field is gravitational potential energy. So this is the work. It is the work done in bringing a unit mass from infinity to a point in gravitational field, right? So when we are talking about unit mass, that means everywhere, this is the basic difference between the two definitions. So for everywhere, we will write 1 kg instead of small m. So when we are asked the derivation of gravitational potential, what do we do? So for derivation of gravitational potential, write all the steps of gravitational potential energy, right? This can be written as GPE in short. Okay, so write all the steps of gravitational potential energy derivation. Then divide it by small m. Why so? Because we know gravitational potential is equal to potential energy per unit mass. So this will be G m upon r upon m. So this will give you, this is equal to, minus will also be there. So this will be minus G m upon r. So this is the formula for the gravitational potential, right? So this SI unit of V can be written as joules per kg, joule per kg, and SI unit of U, joules, obviously. Why? Because this is potential energy. So I hope this concept is clear. Now very important point which is left to discuss over here is that negative sign indicates that the gravitational force is negative. I will tell you how. Negative sign in U and V indicates that gravitational force is attractive. Why? Because we know that when we are lifting something against the gravity, we are doing some work. But when we drop it, it will drop by itself. So that is not actually work done, that is work obtained due to the attraction of the earth. So that's why here this gravitational force is attractive. So work is obtained actually due to the attractive nature of the gravitational force, right? So that's all for now. Have a nice day.